I was born in Hawaii, on a little known island called Mahoko Haka Muchawaki Hakia Momo Haya Heki Huka. Coconut sea turtle mohoho hey awa. My mother was a seahorse. My father was a surf god. My mother carried me in her pouch. Actually, it's the male who carries the babies, seahorses. I always get that confused. Anyhow, I was carried in someone's pouch for about 10 years, and then I was cast out into the world. I was born with surfboards on my feet and webbed hands. See, they're webbed. After having a tough time getting around for about 10 years, surfboards, surfboards were surgically removed from my feet, but I still retained my great surfing skills. My early life was very interesting. I couldn't play with normal kids. I preferred jellyfish and sawfish, and it was an interesting childhood, to say the least. Rode a lot of waves. Couldn't walk around on the beach very well, but it was good. It was a good time. It was interesting in high school. Being probably the most well-known surfer in high school, I always had a lot of beach bunnies hanging around. But that wasn't a distraction. I spent most of my time in high school trying to learn the language of being a surfer. You know, there's hot doggers and gremlins and kahunas and spinners and cutbacks, and the whole trick of high school and English class was just to be able to speak surfing lingo all of the time. I had a difficult time finding people who could understand what I was saying, and you know, it was very frustrating. High school was not a good time for me. Like, people didn't even know what a hot dogger was, you know? I just want to make it clear right now. A hot dogger is a guy who surfs, and it doesn't matter how big the surf is. He takes a hot dog and he paddles out through the lineup, and the whole trick is not to get the hot dog wet and not to get your hair wet. True hot doggers may get their hair a little wet, but they get to eat the hot dog when they're sliding through the curl. I couldn't make that clear to any English teacher at all in high school. 6 years of high school, and not one English teacher really understood that concept. Never mind about the kahunas and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Tiki gods. Oh my God. Everybody thinks California is a hip place. Yeah, I did move from Hawaii to California, and it's just not hip at all. I came back to, I decided to come east to New England and surf in Rhode Island for the rest of my life. The waves here are far more challenging than Hawaii or California. Far more challenging. Well, the most dangerous time, most scary time when I was surfing, I have to think for a second. See, it was that 15-foot wave at Point Judith. That was pretty scary. And hurricane surf near Narragansett, it just blows you away, man. Blows you away. But sharks weren't a problem. I never had a problem with sharks. I sit on the surfboard, and you'd see the fins break in the water, and you kind of want to pick your feet up out of the water, put them up on the surfboard. But You know, you think about that for a while, and you know, what would your friends think? You know, that you take your feet out of the water and you put them on the surfboard just because there's a shark in the water? Hell, I remember one October day, I had a great white shark circling around my surfboard. I said, the hell with that white shark, man. I'm not gonna, he doesn't scare me. Well, he came and nudged my surfboard. I said, I'm gonna take care of him. I'm gonna jump in the water and I'm gonna swim right up to him, growl in his face. Well, you know, sure enough, I looked him in the eye underwater, and that's hard to do because I have a tough time opening my eyes underwater. Salt water burns them. And I growled at him, and he looked at me, and he put his tail between his legs and bolted. I think it was a white shark. Could have been a dog. Had a tail. Had 2 legs. Oh wait. No, it was a white shark. It was a great white shark. I scared the living crap out of him. He went away. I did that 2 or 3 times. Yep, I did that. Not afraid of sharks. No way. You know, everybody talks about sharks being like the most dangerous thing in the ocean. They say that sharks eat people and maim people and cripple people. You see pictures of huge chunks of flesh taken out of people's legs and stuff like that. Well, I'll tell you, sharks aren't that bad. Not compared to any of these guys right here. These guys, let me tell you about this. 1969. I was in Matunic. The surf was like 20 feet with an occasional 30-foot of wave coming in. Nobody was out when I got there. I parked my car up there at Deep Hole, and I was all psyched up. You know, I walked out of the parking lot, and before I knew it, just before I even got to the water, I had a gang of these guys. A gang of these guys who said they were locals, that no one was going to surf that spot, that spot was their spot. You know, first I wasn't so afraid, but this guy right here, this guy, where is he? I don't know, I think that's Stuart, the one-eyed guy? Stuart or Jeff, I don't know what his name is. They all look alike, except these guys have one eye. This is scary stuff. These guys have one eye. Man, he came up to me and he kicked me in the leg. He said something, that's funny minion language they speak. I jumped my surfboard and I paddled through that surf, and these guys came chasing after me. Well, I thought they were going to dissolve because they look like little pills with eyes. I mean, like, man, you get a bad stomach, you take one of these things, you know. But these guys are like this, and the pills you take are like this. It's incredible. Well, Stuart, I think his name is Stuart. They all have Dave, Stuart, Jeff. I don't know what the hell their names are. They all look alike except for that one eye. That one eye. He came over and he started slapping me around like I was nobody. It's like, hey, I'm telling them, hey guys, I'm Barry. I'm king of the surf around here. Everybody knows my name. They said they didn't care. They didn't care. I don't know where they got them. They had these little clubs. They started whacking me around. Man, I hightailed out of there so fast. God, I was so lucky. Man, it's this guy, Stuart. I don't know, is that Stuart or Jeff? I don't know. There's another guy right here. I can deal with a guy with 2 eyes. These guys with 2 eyes, they're a little more reasonable. But the one-eyed guy, man, I had nightmares. It was 6 months before I went into the ocean again. These guys are dangerous. You're worried about sharks? These guys, holy crap! They'll beat a shark up in like nothing. In fact, I thought I saw shark fins hanging out of their mouth. Never want to go back there again if they're there. They scare the living daylights out of me. I'm trying to reflect back when surfing was really good. And I can think of many days where life was really beautiful. I was a soul surfer. You don't hear about them like anymore. It was about being at one with the ocean and being at peace riding across the face of a wave. It was where dreams met reality, and you truly felt like you were one with the universe. Surfing has been good to me.